coming to the mat and meeting yourself here, trying to get your body and your mind to be in the same place. Sometimes we're sitting on this mat and our mind is still on the list of things we need to do after this, or the things that we didn't finish before. And for me, it's really important to make an agreement and set that intention that right here, right now, I'm going to practice being on this mat, having my mind and my body in the same place at the same time. And of course, sometimes that's easier said than done. So I like to take the time to find my breath and connect with my breath and make my intentions, set my gratitudes. Actually said that backwards. Going to acknowledge my gratitudes and set my intentions. So there goes Waldo. The cats you'll see, hopefully if you're watching, it's not distracting. Maybe they'll give you a little bit of joy like they give me. So let's just get comfortable, and you can be in a seated position. You can lie on down. As always, you're gonna find a posture that's best for you. So maybe you're gonna be sitting up with your legs crossed. Maybe you're going to have your legs straight. Maybe you're gonna have something under your hips to lift you on up, like a pillow. You could place blocks under your knees. I'm right now gonna lay on down. I'm gonna lay on down and find my breath. And again, your legs could be straight, your knees can be bent. It's completely up to you. And I'm going to just take this time to find my breath. As I'm inhaling and exhaling, noticing the movement of my body. Notice that I said just feel the body moving. Not asking you to change anything or control anything. But when you inhale, what do you feel? What part of your body is moving? Maybe you feel it from your belly. Maybe the midsection of your body, maybe up towards your heart, or even in your shoulders. Maybe you're feeling some heat or movement in your back, on your shoulder blades, maybe your lower back. And what do you notice on your exhale? You might start to bring awareness to the senses that are being activated right now. What are you smelling as you inhale? Maybe there's a taste. You might even notice the texture of your clothes or the temperature on your body. I'm aware of the sounds around me. I'm hearing things inside my house and outside. And as this is happening, I am simply just labeling them. There's no narrative or story behind it. Just simply acknowledging what it is. Letting your forehead soften a little bit. That little space right in between your eyebrows. Let your eyes be heavy and your jaw relax. Part your teeth and drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Breathe. Feeling the rise on the inhale and the fall on the exhale. On your next exhale, try to let your shoulders relax a little bit more. I notice the sensation in my nose as I'm inhaling. Aware of the temperature change as I exhale. Feeling the support under my head and my shoulder blades, my hips, down through my shins, actually my calves, my heels on the mat. And as I'm releasing and relaxing, I notice my feet are starting to dip out. Let your heart open, your belly soften, and breathe. Inhaling through your nose, fill up your belly. Exhaling slow out your mouth. Inhaling peace and exhaling worry. Inhaling relaxation. Exhaling tension and tightness. Breathing in life. Exhaling anything that doesn't serve you. And whether your legs are straight or bent, even if you're in a seated position, if you're comfortable, place one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly. Embrace yourself at the beginning of this practice, offering yourself the kindness and compassion to carry through this time together. Feeling the body rise and fall on the inhale and exhale. Grateful for another day. Feeling my heartbeat. Reminding me I have another day, an opportunity to be of maximum service, to love and care for myself, to walk through the day shining bright, looking for love and gratitude, celebrating my wins, mindful with my body. You can keep your hands here, holding yourself loving and compassionately, or you can remove them if you'd like. But take these next couple moments of silence to find gratitude. What are you grateful for today? The people in your life, the places you've visited, the experiences you've had. Tangible items or principles or values that you're grateful to practice. What are you grateful for today? What if the things that you were grateful for were the only things you could take into tomorrow? Would you live different today? Would you walk through today differently? As you're expressing your gratitude, it's time to set your intentions. What's your intentions for the time on the mat today? What is it that you need? Sometimes this question is hard, even for myself. If you're having a hard time setting intention, maybe you want to focus just on the mindfulness of your breath and your body. Honoring yourself where you are right here, right now. Being gentle with yourself. Meet yourself where you're at. Celebrate your wins. As always, if you want to stay right here in this posture, this pose, you do what your body is asking and needing. If you want to move with me, if you're in a seated position, take your time to roll on down. And if you are already on the ground, we're going to go ahead and bend our knees. I'm going to peek up for a second. Definitely have a cat in between my legs right there. There's Waldo. Bending my knees, taking my feet wide on the mat. I'm going to pull my belly button in, rolling my hips back towards my face. Readjusting my shoulders and just relaxing. Oh, a nice yawn for me. Taking a deep breath in. And on your exhale, lower your knees to the outside of your mat. When you're ready, inhale, draw your knees to the center. And then exhale, lower the knees the other direction. My chest stays lifted to the ceiling. I feel my shoulders connected. When I inhale, my feet are flat, and when I exhale, my feet roll. softening my face and unclenching my jaw. Let your breath move your body. You can do this practice with your eyes opened or eyes closed, whatever you feel comfortable with. Don't ever let my voice rush your movement. This is your time, your practice. Let your breath move your body. I'll be doing this practice with you. So at any time, if my words don't make sense, take a little peek up and you'll see me doing it too. When you inhale, your knees are in the center and your feet are flat. When you exhale, your feet roll, your knees lower the same direction. One hip is touching, one hip is lifted. You might notice on that exhale, you stay twisted a little bit longer, drawing that knee down, pushing the hip point away from your body. The next time you come to the center, stay right there. Bringing your feet hip width apart and your hands down to the mat. Bringing my feet close to my bottom, I'm going to keep all my weight in my heels, feeling all 10 toes. I'm going to inhale and lift my bottom up off the ground, squeeze those muscles in your bottom, and then exhale, lower back down. When I inhale, I'm lifting, I'm squeezing my glute muscles, keeping my knees nice and straight and sturdy. Exhaling, taking it back down. As I inhale, I peel my back off the mat. I'm squeezing my glute muscles, trying to get my hip points to my knees. As I exhale, I'm laying my back down. My spine is lowering back down. My weight is in my heels. My toes stay connected. My bottom is engaging. My legs stay strong and still and sturdy. No pressure on my neck. I think about peeling my back off the mat like a piece of tape from a piece of paper, not wanting to tear that tape. And as I exhale, I'm smoothing it back down. Now this time, if you can, when you inhale, stay at the top for your exhale and breathe. When you're ready, taking a deep breath in and then exhale, lowering back down. Drawing your knees into your chest, give a little rock side to side. Circling the legs out if it feels good, little circles. And in the other direction. Hanging on to one of your knees, let the other leg lower down. You're going to inhale, draw that thigh into your chest. And as you exhale, release the tension. Your inhale, draw that thigh into your chest. Your exhale, relax. After your next exhale, you're going to take that knee and cross it over to the other side for your spinal twist. Lift your chest to the ceiling. Make sure both shoulders are touching. My hips are stacked. If you want, you can place your hand on the outside of your thigh to give a little extra. Make sure that shoulder's not lifting up off the mat. And of course, the deepest stretch is your straight leg. So whether your leg is straight or your knee is bent, really think about the chest lifting to the ceiling, both shoulders staying connected, and your hips stacked. Coming back to the center, drawing both knees into the chest. Give a little rock side to side. Switching to the other side, draw that thigh into your chest, lowering the other leg down. You're going to inhale, pull it in, and then exhale, relax it. Your inhale, drawing the thigh into the chest. Your exhale, relaxing it. When you're ready, taking that leg over to the other side. Hips are stacked. Chest is lifted. Both shoulders are touching. I'm relaxing, breathing. Maybe your knee is bent with pressure on the outside of the thigh, or maybe you want a little deeper and you want to take it straight. Find which one works for you and which one you can relax and release and let go. Coming back to the center, drawing both knees in, give a little rock side to side. Now you can place your hands on top of your knees. You can place your hands behind your knees, or even on top of the feet for your happy baby. Lower back is still connected. Maybe you're bringing your feet together or hanging on to the bottom of the feet. Top of the knees, behind the knees. Breathe. Feeling the hips opening, releasing tension and tightness on every exhale. Might feel good to give a little rock side to side. Listen to your body, reminding ourselves that this is my practice. If it needs stillness, I'll give it stillness. If it needs rocking or movement, I'll give it that too. Your time on the mat, your practice. Meet yourself where you're at. After the next exhale, drawing your knees together and lowering your feet down to the ground. Taking your ankle and placing it on your knee. I'm going to take my hands out to a T. Taking a deep breath in with my knees in the center. On my exhale, I'm going to lower the sole of my foot to the ground. Keeping my shoulders connected, I come back to the center on the inhale. The exhale, I'm trying to touch my foot to the ground. Your inhale, you're in the center. Your exhale, you're rocking. Continue to draw your knee away from your body. Both shoulders touching, chest opened up to the ceiling. The next time I come to the center, I'm going to stay right there and breathe. Now you have two options here. You can place your hand on your thigh, and as you inhale, press that thigh away, and as you exhale, relax. Or if you'd like to take your feet up off the ground, interlace your fingers behind the thigh or on top of the shin for the deepest. Your inhale, you're going to draw the thighs into your chest, and exhale, release. Your inhale, drawing it in. Your exhale, relaxing. If your feet are on the ground, your inhale, you're pressing the thigh away. And your exhale, you're relaxing. Making sure both hips stay on the ground. Beautiful. If you have your feet lifted, lower them now. And then all of us stacking our thighs over each other, our knees. Lifting your feet up off the ground and hanging on to that top knee. You're going to draw the legs into your chest and cross over to the opposite shoulder. Hanging on to that top knee and drawing it across my body to the opposite shoulder. And give a little extra pressure by putting your hand on the other shin. And when you're ready, walk on the seat. Drawing the knees into the chest. Relaxing back down to the ground. We're going to take our other ankle to our knee. And the same thing on the other side. My hands are going to go out to the right and the left. I'm drawing my knee away from my body. My ankle is on my knee. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And when I exhale, trying to lower the sole of my foot to the ground. Inhale when you come back to the center. Exhale, lower your foot. On the knee. Next time you come to the center, staying right there. And again, you have two options. Either keeping your feet on the ground and placing your hand on your thigh on your inhale. You're gently pushing that knee away from the body, and on the exhale, you're relaxing. Or scooping your hands under the thigh, lifting your feet up off the ground. Your inhale, you're drawing the thighs into your chest, and then your exhale, you're relaxing. Drawing the knee away from the body, and if you want a little extra, come onto the shin. That's the deepest. Now maybe you're finding in this figure 4 that you don't want to pull the legs in and out. You just want to go from side to side. If you have your feet lifted, lower them now and stack your thighs and your knees. And when you're ready, lift your feet up off the ground, hanging onto the top knee. You're going to draw the thighs into the body and cross that knee over to the opposite shoulder. So I'm going diagonal. The part that I struggle with is relaxing right here. So breathe. Relax. Beautiful moments in the letting go. Releasing. When you're ready, uncrossing the legs and walk on the side. Draw those knees into your chest. Lowering the feet down. Take the knees out to the outside of the mat. Draw the feet together into your butterfly. Pull the belly button in, tilt your hips back towards your face. Readjust your back as you need to. For grounding, hands go on the belly. You are experiencing some worry, some anxiety, some fear. Place your hands on your belly and feel the breath. If you are relaxed and looking for intuition, answers, and clarity, you can open the hands up, out to the side. Ask yourself what you need. In your beautiful bodies, what is it that you need this feeling the belly rise and fall on the exhale. Softening your forehead, parting your teeth, and helping the tongue clean the roof of your mouth. When you're ready, drawing those knees together. And you can either roll on up or you can lower your feet to the side and guide yourself up. So we're coming up into a seated position. In your seated position, you always have a choice whether your legs, whether they're bent or they're straight. Sitting up nice and tall and rolling the shoulders back, lower the chin to your chest. You're going to inhale chin to chest, and you're going to exhale, roll your ears to your shoulder. Your inhale, you up chin to chest. this inhale, I like to think about the sun kissing my forehead. Starting my morning. Heart over belly. For the opposite hand, palm heel down, fingers up. I'm going to tuck my chin around my back so it's just nice and soft. Taking my other hand to whatever spot feels comfortable. Maybe it's to the side, maybe it's all the way back behind me. I'm going to inhale, lift my chest, my chin, exhale, lift over my chin. Shoulders are low. My chin is parallel to the ground, and I have good breath is number one. If I can't get a good belly breath, I'm going to want to release some. Exhale, return back to the front. Opposite knee, I soften my back and tuck my chin. My shoulders stay down. I take my opposite hand behind me. When I inhale, I lift my chest, I lift my chin, and I lift over. Sitting here and breathing, lowering my shoulders down. Interlace my fingers behind my head, curl my elbows to the front, and then around my back, tuck my chin. Actually feels really good. Just gonna feel a little rock side to side, a little sway. I'm not pulling on my head. keeping your elbows drawn together. You're going to inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, open the elbows in the chest. Inhale, look forward, draw the elbows together. Exhale, lower back. Your inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, look up, open. Exhale, lower down. Softening the face, releasing tension from the jaw. My head is cradling into my hands and as I inhale, I releasing the hands from the head. Walk them out, keeping the back nice and straight, long. Now if your chest gets to your legs, your thighs, you can soften. When you're ready, walking yourself back up. If you too have your legs crossed, switch the position of your legs. Inhale, scooping behind. Both hands come up on the inhale. One comes down to your exhale. Make sure you're staying connected to your mat. As your hand comes down to the mat, it might feel good to twist and look. Both hands come up on the inhale. One comes down. See what feels good. You're reaching up and over. Hips are not lifting up off the ground, sticking and flipping. Maybe a little twist. This time your hands come up, lower both of them down. Take your hands to the knees and just round the back. We're going to come onto our hands and knees for some cat-cows. I have my knees under my hips, my wrists under my elbows under my shoulders, big starfish fingers pushing away from the mat. Don't want to let my chest sink down. I'm pushing away nice and straight. Let's go up with a little circles. I have a really bad habit to look back at my feet. I always joke around, my feet are always there. I don't know why I do it every time, but I'm making sure that I'm looking straight down to the mat. My nose is pointing to the mat, the crown of my head to the top of the mat. My arms are pushing away, not sinking down, nice, strong arms. Also, my elbows aren't out. I rotate them to the front of the mat. Give a little run. Take my fingers to the outsides of the mat and follow along side by side. If you can rotate all the way around and lean back towards your body, you can do that now. I am babying a little angry wrist. Give some movement if you like. And when you're ready, rotate your hands back to the front of the mat and just acknowledge. So again, pushing away from my mat, nice strong arms. I'm going to inhale, drop my belly, lift my tail, let my chin shine. Exhale, round my back, tuck my chin, push away from the mat. As I inhale, I drop my belly, I lift my tail, I lift my chin. I exhale, I round my back, pull my bottom in, tuck my chin and push away from the mat. Your inhale, you're looking forward. Your exhale, when you're inhaling, you're drawing those shoulders down away. Exhale, really push away from the mat. Feel free to give any circular motion that feels good. Remembering that this is practice. Your inhale, you're dropping the belly. Child's pose, hips lifted, or sitting on your heels. And breathe. When you inhale, lift your palms off the mat, pinch your fingers, and pull away from your body. And then your exhale, release your palms back down. Inhale, I'm lifting, and I pull my shoulders away. And exhale. I'm going to see if I can tent and walk them a little bit on my inhale. And exhale. When you are ready, placing both fingers either on your fingertips on your shoulder blades, in fist behind your neck, or in prayer hands. And breathe. If it feels good, you can go into a wide child's pose. Big toes are touching, legs are in a V, knees on the outside of the neck. I'm sitting and I'm breathing and relaxing and hearing the sounds around me. No story, no narrative, just aware that they're out there and I'm in here, still feeling my breath in my body. And when I'm ready, releasing my hands to the top of the mat. Taking both hands up and over to the outside of the mat. And bringing your head back down. If you want a little extra, you place your hand on top of the other. So if your hands are to the left of your mat, you're going to place your right hand on top, or vice versa. When you're ready, walking your hands over to the other side. One hand on top of the other if you want to have extra one. A little more of the side if you can. And coming back to the center. Feet out wide, go ahead and draw them together. Walking yourself up slowly and sitting on your back. Turning my body towards my straight leg. Now you can soften the foot and soften the back if you'd like. And just stay here and relax. If you want a little deeper, you can flex the foot. Nice flat. Push the hips back. Sit up nice and tall with a nice back. Flexing that foot. Going down the left side. Oh, no little gift. When we're ready, we're going to switch to the other side. This is Tempe. Tempe doesn't come out very often. He loves to cuddle around, so he must be around last night. Same thing, other side. Another nice step back. Relaxing. Doing a little extra that hamstring. Nice, right? Relax. Shoulders down. Might feel good to give little neck circles. Lest you get back scratched by a little rock side to side. Relaxing and releasing as we start to come to the end of our practice. And when you're ready, slowly walking yourself back up. And the last thing to lift is your chin. Those knees, and of course if you want to finish in a sitting position, that's completely up to you. If you want to stay seated, I'm going to roll on down and bring this practice full circle, ending in the way that I started. Between my lower back, all the way up my spine to the shoulder blades. If you're comfortable with your legs straight, you can go ahead and do straight leg. I'm going to stay right here in a position with my knees bent. That feels good for me right now. And just breathe. Letting my face soften down through my forehead, my eyes, releasing any tension from the jaw. Now with my lips, I'm just going to swallow, parting my teeth, dropping my tongue. a brief moment and give a little scan from head to toe, just aware of the shift in my body, anything that's changed in my mind. As you're just releasing and relaxing, scanning the body and observing. Take this time to celebrate your wins. What were your celebration moments on the mat? When you think about the intentions that you set at the beginning, reflect and observe if you were able to stay with that intention. Maybe it changed along the way. Maybe something was brought to your attention. Maybe there was a redirection or a change that was made as you were on the mat. What were your celebration moments? Were you able to keep your mind and your body in the same place? Were you able to feel your breath as you were moving your body? Did you acknowledge your thoughts and feelings as they were unraveling? Whatever your experience was while you were on the mat, it was meant for you. Honor yourself for showing up, for meeting yourself where you were at, honoring your mind, your body, and your spirit, and taking time to just show some love and compassion. You took the time today to pause and breathe and move with mindfulness. Stay here as long as you need to. Know that I appreciate you being here with me. Be blessed. Be a blessing. Shine big and shine bright. You might be the only light that someone sees.